Hello, I'm Paul,
And I'm Scott.
and welcome to DC.
I'm proud.
Hello, everyone, welcome back to DC and Proud. We're tackling season 2. It's Superman Lives and Dies. It's all very exciting. We did Superman and the Mole Men last week.
Yes, from the 50s, which
Yes.
was interesting.
It was very interesting. Yes, it was
Very different, but I
different. It was nice to have a classical take on Superman.
it's
I
true.
guess.
I mean, it's still Clark Kent and the Moment, but still.
Yes. Not much Superman.
No, not much Superman.
But today we're going back to the actual classic film, which is Superman from 1978 with Christopher Reeve. So, this is a film starring Christopher Reeve as Superman, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Marlon Brando as Jor-El, and Ned Beatty as Otis. It has a plot description of an alien orphan is sent from his dying planet to Earth, where he grows up to become his adoptive home's first and greatest superhero. That's a great little...
That is
crossover.
actually to a T.
Yeah, love it.
Love it.
Got any facts, Scott?
I have got a few facts for you, Paul. We're going to start with this. I don't even know where to go with this one. Clark Kent and Superman's hair part on opposite sides.
Oh, well,
How does that work? From Clark? I mean, to be honest, his costume just appears on him. So
it's true. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Special power he has in this film.
yeah, exactly. On the first day on set, Marlon Brando suggested to Richard Donner that the cameras rolled during rehearsal. Brando reportedly said, "Who knows, we might get lucky." According to Donner, the very first take was one that was used in the finished film, but Brando was notoriously lazy and consistently putting little stunts like this to lessen his workload. Christopher Reeve even complained about it in interviews, saying Brando was phoning it in, and it shows. I mean, he's not performing for much, really, is he?
He's not doing much, but at the same time, I was like, I quite enjoyed him as Jor-El. So, but I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah, true. And around the 28-minute mark, to achieve the shot of the young Clark Kent kicking a football into orbit, an air cannon was placed underground and the football fired from it.
Oh, fantastic!
Now that's a practical effect.
I like that.
That is good.
That's
That is
nice. And that went far.
That went far.
Do you reckon they didn't care where that landed?
No, I don't think so. You know what? Initially, I thought he was kicking it and it was going to hit the car.
Oh, yeah.
It would just randomly find them. And I was like,
It just went into infinity.
Yeah.
It's gone into orbit.
Yeah.
It's gone into orbit.
it'll come back at some point.
So this is exciting. So just a little background. What is your history with this film, Scott?
So I've not watched this film for quite a number of years. I think probably since I was a teenager, maybe. And that's probably from renting it on VHS.
Yes, gotta love a bit of VHS.
So it kind of was like watching it anew and fresh, and I really appreciate it, actually.
So me, I've definitely seen this film. It could have been at any time in my childhood, or in my childhood. So I don't actually count myself as actually seeing it because I feel like it's not really me experiencing it. It's just
Pay
me,
attention kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not really me remembering
Yeah.
anything from it because I didn't really remember much from it, apart from the whole ending with the time travel thing. That's the only thing I could really remember.
I do feel like these 4 Superman films kind of mesh for me. I feel
Yeah.
like I've seen some, but I haven't. And I'm not sure which piece with which.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought the whole time travel thing was in the second one.
Yes.
And I have watched the second one, and it is in the second one, but they just reuse it. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It could be.
It could be.
Yeah, maybe. So I think we should start getting into it. I think we could tackle this one just by tackling certain characters, certain themes, certain things in the Superman universe.
Yep.
But I think we could almost just start with the intro, and it's a very interesting intro, opening on like these like theatre curtains.
Yes.
Opening up to like the comic book and reading the comic book and then zooming into like the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It's very strange.
It was unexpected.
Yeah.
And I think it adds to it.
Yeah. I
think it has
don't
to.
mind it. It's weird because they don't actually do that. Like they didn't do it again in the second one.
No.
It's just kind of something they open the.
I think
whole
it's because
universe with.
technically the first cinematic Superman, they've got their Superman in Christopher Reeve.
Don't forget about the Mole Men.
I know, but like, I mean, I was actually astonished at how long this film is.
I
For
know,
the
it's very long.
1970s.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I feel like...
Chunky.
It is chunky. I don't think it needs to be 2 hours and 20 minutes either.
It probably doesn't, but I didn't feel the time.
No, I didn't
tell you
feel
that.
the time.
I didn't feel the time. No.
But I feel like there's areas that could have been
Probably.
shaved off.
Probably. We could probably come across those when we
I think
come
so.
to it, maybe.
I think so.
So we basically get that whole opening, and then the theme kicks in.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the theme.
So this literally sends shivers down my spine.
So good.
It literally, like, it brought a smile to my face.
I know. I was like, I'm so excited.
It's so interesting because I recently watched Superman Returns. It's the same title sequence,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but obviously in high def and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's just the music. It's just so iconic, and it just literally it hit different. It
know.
hit really different.
I mean, we haven't got much to choose from, but this is definitively the best Superman
Yes, I agree.
theme.
Yes.
There's the Man of Steel one, but I kind of count that as like more like a score.
Yeah,
than
I
a
don't even remember that
piece
one.
of music.
But we were watching it soon, so
Yes, we were watching it very soon. I think it like kind of makes you feel like it has that very kind of American with the trumpets, like doo, 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 doo. It sounds like waking up the army in the
Yeah.
morning, and then it's just this uplifting, beautiful like, doo, 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 and it's just so exciting.
It's so
It's
memorable.
just hope. It's just like
it is,
it's
definitely.
hope embodied in a song. It's it's so great, and it's got me ready to watch this
Yeah,
film.
I agree completely.
Absolutely.
100%.
And then we're basically flying through space. We're getting the origin of Superman. We're on Krypton. I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like an icy kind of crystally planet. And one thing I did notice, it's lovely to see Marlon Brando. Let's talk about him in a second.
being ignored.
But what I found really interesting was that everyone was British.
I didn't even notice.
Krypton's British.
I didn't even notice. That's
And it's-
probably why it explodes.
Yeah. We cause all this shit.
Exactly.
All this global catastrophes. But I found it very interesting that it's like a distinct difference. So it's like Krypton's British and he goes to an American,
Yeah.
very American place. So I found it quite interesting. But I just love the whole aesthetic of Krypton. I think it just looks great. It has these like these shiny suits. There's a little bit of CGI they made them look over shiny, kind of.
You get the sense that they're more technologically advanced.
Yeah, absolutely.
And more forward.
Yeah,
Than we will ever be.
absolutely. Yeah.
And it is, I don't know, it's just, it kind of feels like heaven.
Yeah.
What you imagine heaven would look
Yeah.
like. All white
Yeah.
and...
But the same issues that we have on this planet are still happening on Krypton.
Yes.
We
No
can
one's
get
listening to each other.
We can get as advanced as we want, but we still got to fuck the planet up.
Yeah.
That's basically what's going to. That's something that goes through every civilization, I think.
I mean, when it all kicks off, I looked at all the people that didn't believe him, and I was like, karma.
Yeah. You deserve it.
Sorry about it.
You deserve it, guys. And the whole thing of neither I nor my wife will leave. And it's like, oh, didn't say your son.
That's true.
He didn't lie.
He didn't lie. I don't understand why they wouldn't have all gone together as a family. I know
Because
it's to propel the story. I know.
Yeah, it was something to do with the scientists not. Were they even scientists? I don't know. The government not believing him, and I don't know why they wouldn't let him go.
No.
It's like, we don't believe you,
But you're
don't
staying.
go.
But you're staying.
You have to die on this planet if it happens. I don't know, but it's a lovely sentiment. I love like Lara bringing Kal-El in, and he's like, he's gonna be rejected, you know, and she's like almost like the negative side, he's like the positive, but he will be like
Stronger than them. He will be the hope and the power that they need.
I love that whole message propelling through this film of like being this, having this purpose, but being this kind of unassuming, not sure about yourself in this, just a little country boy basically, and he's this all powerful being, and I kind of love that.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
I love that sentiment of Superman. This is why I love Superman. It is the exact opposite of why I love Batman.
Yeah.
Right? Because Batman's this like low level, everyone is corrupt.
Yeah.
Everything is fear.
There's no nicety.
There's no nice. Where Superman is the opposite side. It's like it's complete light, love, believing in hope. And he's just this like,
I mean,
really nice guy.
that's what his symbol means.
Yeah,
Hope.
yeah.
So,
He just wants the world to be happy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love them. They're two sides of a different coin.
That's
But it's
true,
like,
that's true.
I love that. I just love them both for those different reasons. And it's beautiful. And I really love that message is in this film.
Yeah.
And that adds so much to me. Which is great.
yeah, I agree.
He goes off naked and he's going for years, right?
Yeah.
Is he pooing and weeing in this?
I
Shit?
don't, does he anyway? I don't know.
I don't know.
Does he?
I at one point I thought he had a nappy on, then he came out completely naked in the.
Yeah, I was not expecting to see him completely like a child naked on my screen. I was like, bit weird.
But it's cool. I love the aesthetic of this like star flying in space. I know that it's in the comics it's normally a rocket.
A rocket, yeah.
But I think it kind of worked better in this film. A rocket would have seemed a bit weird, especially coming from that style of that planet.
But also, I feel like if it had been a rocket on this planet, why is everyone else not leaving? Like, where has this rocket come from?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
why has no one else got one?
Yeah.
And I enjoy it crashing into the farm.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it felt like as soon as they found him, Martha was like holding his hand, keeping him. Like, I was like,
This is my child.
You literally found him like 10 seconds ago, and you're already hooked, and he's cuddling her, and like I was like, you just keep his child.
He probably hadn't seen a person for a couple of years.
That's true.
you
That's
know.
true.
Who knows how time's working in that rocket, or
very true.
what he's eating? But he probably was a little bit lonely. All he had was his father's lessons and education,
Yeah. Which I don't understand.
as a baby is like, I'm not really absorbing this
No,
right now.
absolutely
That's
not.
But it's a great opening.
It is a great
I
opening.
love it. Yeah, yeah. So before we start moving on to properly speaking about each individual characters, I think let's just tackle Clark Kent as a teenager.
Okay,
What did you think?
so he didn't look like Clark Kent to me, and I don't know if it was.
I think he
don't
had a
know what it
fake
was.
nose on.
He was also dubbed. That's actually Christopher Reeve talking.
Oh, is it? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Did you notice he was dubbed?
No, but I found a fact
Okay,
later on.
right. So I was thinking, was it so distracting that you actually noticed it? But
No, but
that's interesting.
no, but I don't know. I don't see. I don't know why he ran next to the train and like gave it away.
But this is what I kind of like, because it is the opposite of what Jonathan Kent's trying to teach him.
Yeah.
In Man of Steel. Man of Steel, he wants him to not show himself because he will be kind of not rejected, but he's going to be seen as a threat almost to
Yeah.
people, and people won't understand.
Treated different.
Yeah. Where in this Jonathan Kent almost sees him like he's a gift to the world.
Yeah.
He is something that
He knows
has a
what his
purpose.
talents are and what he's
Yeah.
able to bring.
But he also kind of is like, but don't reveal yourself. It
Yeah.
needs to be the right time. And I like that. Just him kind of, he doesn't want to be part of the football team. He's going to be he's going to clean the suits
Yeah.
because he knows he's going to overpower everyone.
Yeah, of course. I mean, did you see that football kick?
Yes. I think he'll be discovered. As soon
Yes,
as-
I think so. And I get that, and I get it, like the teenage angst of it, and like we've all experienced it when you're left out and stuff like that.
And it's like he can't help it. He has to be left out in these situations because he knows he'll be ostracized, and like people are going to realize, oh, this kid's really different. There's something
Yeah.
up. This guy's not from this planet.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
super
And I
straight.
think it builds onto that character of when he is at the Daily Planet and how clumsy and awkward it kind of like all fits together, pieces together. And I think that stems from the younger Clark Kent.
Yeah, it's almost like from this young age, he's already has to form this kind of fake self
Yeah.
to kind of hide the all-powerful being that he
Yes.
actually is. And what I love about Superman, especially in the graphic novel Superman for All Seasons, is absolutely amazing. And it's all about this kind of country bumpkin Clark Kent who knows he has this all-powerful purpose, but but is just so overwhelmed by he has to be this something, but he's just this small town boy with a mum and dad that he loves, and just navigating school life like everyone else does. But he has this secret that he's got to keep, and I think that's just wonderful. I love that kind of dynamic that this character can have,
and that's why I'm a massive fan of Smallville.
Oh yeah,
the TV show. I think it plays on it really well.
Yeah,
and taking that high school setting and shoving Superman straight in the middle of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the effects in this film, so like the whole running next to the train.
Yes.
What did you think of that? I know it's very goofy.
It is
but
very goofy.
I like it.
Okay. I mean, for 1978, I get it.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's very comedic.
Yeah, it's comedic.
It is. And I think when you think about Superman, Clark Kent being awkward, and he is very comedic all the way through anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And it fits well. It's just like no one notices apart from one little girl on an entire train. Hang on a minute, this guy's running faster, running faster than this train's moving. Don't understand, but yeah, I get it. I didn't have any problem with any effects.
I think for me, it's all so charming.
Yeah,
like put this in a film nowadays, in a modern film, I'll be slating the hell out of it. But a film from this time, it's just really charming for me, and I really dug it. But also, like, we get this moment with Jonathan Kent having a heart attack.
Yeah,
and it's almost like a pivotal moment in his life where it's like, I couldn't save him, and he doesn't want that to happen again. It's almost like a Batman aesthetic.
Yeah.
I don't want this to happen to anyone else. Where, Clark, mate, you couldn't prevent a heart attack.
No, you can't stop it.
You can't stop a heart attack. But the sentiment's still there of he's there because he wants to prevent anyone being hurt.
Yeah.
He has this power to stop these things, and almost the seed is starting at this young age, and it's lovely. I like it. It's a nice little.
And I think that's what propels him to leave. You know, to find his own way, discover who he is.
Yeah.
And then broaden that to take you somewhere to be.
And I love that it's so kind of tied to Krypton in this first section as well, and like being called to the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah,
he has to throw a gem into
throw a gem, and then he's got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah, and he does.
He's
there for years.
Years.
So Martha's like, "Where'd he go? Is he coming back for Christmas?"
Clearly not.
He's got to do what he's got to do.
Do what he's got to do. He's got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah, but
it's like he's joining Scientology or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It seems like Scientology would be on Krypton.
Yeah, probably.
That seems like that kind of place that Scientology would exist. Yeah, yeah. They seem like a very science-based place. Yeah. But it's lovely, and I can. What I like as well about Jor-El has sent all this kind of information on all these crystals so that Clark Kent can learn everything, and it's almost like an idea that Krypton can live on through him. Clark Kent. He is the embodiment of this whole planet that was destroyed, and that's nice.
It's still being there for your people, even though your people are not around anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's basically the intro,
and
then we move on to the actual Clark Kent that we see for the rest of the film. What are we thinking, Clark Kent?
I love Clark Kent.
I love him. He's great.
So you know what? He looks different in both looks.
It does.
I don't understand.
I
don't get it.
I can be fooled.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't surprise me.
No.
It does not surprise me. And it's normally, he could take those glasses off and I'll be like, shit, it's Superman.
His character work is so good.
His voice changes.
Yeah, and when he's Clark Kent and he is so awkward, but it's just so funny. Like pushing through oh my god, what's the turnstile thing? And like, the door.
What is that called?
I don't know.
What is those
I
things
don't
called?
know. Like a turning. I don't know. But
Like going into the hotel. Like
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those.
yeah. When he
What is that
when he
called?
tries to go through with Lois.
Has that got a name?
I don't know. It probably has. Let us know.
Rotating door.
Door turnstile. I don't know.
I can't remember.
You know, just like stuff like that, and like him, the way he just stumbles around everywhere, and it just trying to find his footing and stuff. It's so well done. He
Yeah.
does such a good job.
Yeah.
Such a good job.
And it's like it's so distinctly different from Superman.
Yeah.
Like even to his voice work he's doing, and
Even facial
his
expressions.
inflections in his voice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know, Lois. Like, I don't think that Superman would do this or that. Or it's like
That's
it's-
swell.
Yeah, that's swell. Don't say swell.
Don't say swell. Don't know why you can't say swell. I say it all the
I know.
time.
I saw you in a message today. You said swell.
Damn it. How did you find your intro to the Daily Planet?
It's nice. It's nice. It's like returning to status quo of this is the world we know and love that Clark Kent kind of thrives in,
Yeah.
and Superman is hidden in the shadows all the time from. It's nice. All the characters are there. We got Perry, we got Jimmy, Lois, and it's just lovely.
Lois cannot spell for shit.
What did she spell? I can't remember.
She can't spell mastica. She can't spell. There was some like she asked people to spell stuff for her all the time.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
even notice.
you're a journalist. What's wrong with you? How did you get this job?
Did you learn English in
How
school?
did you get this job?
I think it's her ferocious charm. That's how
maybe.
she gets all these stories out of people. It doesn't matter about her spelling.
It's true.
It's fine. It's like it works for me.
Oh my god, I forgot the other one. There's only one P in rapist.
Oh yeah,
I was like, fucking hell, Christ.
rapist.
Rapist. There's a whole different story.
But it is nice seeing these two as a pair kind of play off against each other with this Clark Kent who's so overly geeky,
Yeah.
fumbling his words, and this Lois who's finally not like the Mole Men. This Lois is proper strong. She's her own
Yeah.
kind of independent woman. She doesn't want marriage. She doesn't want kids until she comes across Superman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She wants the all-powerful man.
She does want
of
the most
whole world.
all-powerful man, you know.
She knows what she wants.
What colour are my knickers? We will get to that, don't worry.
Yes. But it's great. It's great. She's a great Lois Lane.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
best Lois Lane? Are you going to say Terry Hatcher?
I mean, I do love
Is her name Terry Hatcher?
the one from the TV show.
that is her name, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm I can't say because like we're doing it soon because Kate Bosworth. I really enjoy her Lois Lane.
Obviously, I wouldn't know. I don't know.
But I think to get a role and originate it like this, she makes it her own,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and I think she does it so well. And girl's got a set of lungs.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love like how when we get this altercation, one of the first altercations in the alleyway when they're being mugged.
Yeah.
And it's like she always has to end a confrontation with being the stronger out of the
Yes,
two of them,
definitely.
which are like it's almost like Clark lets her get that win,
Yeah.
so it's like I'm the weaker one. Look,
Yes.
I look like the weaker one, even though I'm Superman.
Yes.
And he's like the catching.
I
the bullet.
fainted.
Yeah, I fainted. It's like you fainted. I just think it's great. I just love the little
Yeah.
altercations they get into, and also
I just loved the you didn't see the person, just a finger come out going, come here, come here.
come down this alleyway.
It's like you just carry on walking.
Just like, no, I'm fine.
No,
We're
I'm
not
alright,
going to come
thanks.
there. And I kind of do think that in some situations, Clark Kent is a bit of a jerk. And I think that kind of puts off the scent as well.
Is it when he's saying the stuff about Superman?
Yeah.
To Lois?
He's almost like very dismissive
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What bothered me was the smoking thing. I was like, you can't.
Yeah,
don't
it's
tell
like
a woman
that.
what to do.
That's like that.
Yeah.
That- like one of those.
If she wants to smoke, she can smoke.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
why are you telling her what to do?
Yeah. And is this Superman saying this or is this Clark Kent? I don't know whether it's the character.
Exactly, because they both say it.
Yeah, I mean, but she shouldn't be smoking.
I mean, true. Coming from a non-smoker myself.
And yeah, that's that moment as well, isn't it, where he says, "When am I going to get lung cancer?" And he's like, "Not yet."
Not yet.
And she's like, "Oh shit, I'm going to put that out right now." It's like I can see through to your lungs and through your knickers and at the knickers.
Yeah, that there was some questionable things happening in that interrogation, I think we would call it.
I quite liked.
I wasn't expecting it, and I just wasn't. I was like, this is turning into some kind of like Superman porno or something. I don't like.
And she takes everything as sexual.
Yeah.
It's like every single.
How big are you?
Yeah, how big are you? Well, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that kind of the banter.
Yeah, but it's
and
nice that when you've got two characters like that bounce off each other.
Yeah. I love them both.
The chemistry together is very good.
Wonderful chemistry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The fact that she almost twigs that it is Clark Kent is Superman.
Yeah.
Because Clark Kent misses everything.
Yeah.
And then she's like, nah. He's too stupid.
Yeah.
Nah.
This is a massive thing in Superman 2. This is her
Right.
trying to work out because he like takes his glasses off and she's like, oh wait a minute, this looks like Superman.
I mean, he tried to do that, didn't he, when he picked her up for dinner? And was going to tell her.
Yeah.
But she was clearly so mesmerised with the fact she just met Superman that
Yeah.
she probably wasn't even looking at him.
I couldn't possibly look at Clark Kent and see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's in Superman 2. It's almost like she realizes that every time he disappears, whenever Superman appears, and it's like you can only do that so many times.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can get away with that.
But yeah,
I mean, stick a cardboard cut out of Clark Kent, she probably won't
yeah,
even
she
notice.
probably wouldn't have noticed. That would have worked better. But it's great. I love it. And then we get Lex Luthor. Luthor. Very comedy.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure. Their layer, indoor beach swimming pool.
I like it. It's
I like it.
Underground, disused.
It's like Central Station in New York. It's literally because I think that's where it is.
With like a flooded stairway.
Yeah.
It's like a swimming pool. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good
I get it. It's just her sunbathing inside. That's like,
They have UV lamps? Something.
probably. But I feel like for a 2-hour and 20-minute film, I don't think we got a proper villain story.
It's true. It is more everyone discovering Superman and then just Lex bumbling in the background.
Yeah.
And what I found weird as well is I don't really like it, but it's all right because this is kind of the tone. But he's like, I'm a criminal mastermind, and it's like,
Are you?
does anyone refer to themselves as a criminal?
But also, are you?
He's just in a disused subway station.
Like,
He's not like the Lex Luthor we know, who's like head of this Lex corporation, kind of with these
I think it's like a starting point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like starting. Yeah,
But I don't.
He's already a criminal though because he's wanted.
Yes, but I don't feel like. I don't think he did anything for the story.
He just wanted some real estate. He just wanted to
Yes.
blow up.
Blow up California.
Yes.
And I get that. Obviously, started the whole Act 3, but again, I think that could have been anyone.
It's true. But I do like Gene Hackman.
I do. No, nothing wrong with it. I think he completely went with whatever character he wanted in his head.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do Lex Luthor your own way, then do it.
With all his many wigs.
With all his many wigs.
I like that.
Kept his moustache on.
Did he?
Well, he's not meant to have one, is he, Lex Luthor?
No. Did he have a moustache?
Yeah.
I say moustache, you say moustache. Well, I enjoyed him nonetheless, and
What about his sidekicks?
they're fine. I liked his the door in the tube station.
Yeah. That was a bit dark.
Yeah, it was going to crush.
Just going to crush
this
it.
man under a
also,
train.
I don't know where his body is, just his hat was found.
Yes. I mean,
Does that mean he's
I
been...
didn't expect to see him.
No, I didn't
dismembered.
either, but like, I thought, he's clearly been dragged. But
He's at the front of that train
yeah,
somewhere,
probably.
like a fly on the
Yeah.
windscreen.
And then, what was her name? The female sidekick, who,
Miss Tessmacher.
yeah, who just
Yeah.
lingers in the back
Yeah.
and like criticizes Gene Hackman, and then
Just kisses Superman.
kisses Superman, and she jumps in the water in a white dress.
Yes.
where you can see everything,
Yes.
and she's out, and then you never see her again. So when the other two get arrested, and she's just nowhere to be found. I feel like
Superman let her go.
Yeah,
He liked that
saved her.
kiss. Yeah,
Saved
he
her.
liked that kiss.
he did. I think.
Yeah. I do love Lex though. He's so up his own arse. He loves
Yeah.
himself so much. I like that character trait. It feels very Gene Hackman. Mm-hmm. It probably is just Gene Hackman's own personality coming through
Yeah,
as a Lex
true.
Luthor character. But it works for me. It's good.
And I think it leading to all the final stuff with the dam and Lois Lane in the car. Mm-hmm. I think it's good. It's good start.
Talking about Miss Tessmacher.
Yes.
Tessmacher? Tessmacher?
Macker?
Something like that. When they do this whole thing of reprogramming all the big missiles.
Yeah.
And she's laying on the floor in the red dress, and all the army men are surrounded.
Yeah, and also
chest compressions. I'll do the chest compressions.
It's very, very. Yeah, that was.
She's only there for one reason.
Yes,
in this
she was
film.
there for one reason, and then all of a sudden she appears on the side of a bridge.
Yeah.
Just climbs over.
Yeah.
In her bikini, pretty much, I think.
I don't know why all the army men have to leave.
No, I don't know either. And the commander yelling at the young one to, no, you're not giving her mouth to mouth. I won't do something I would do myself.
Yes,
and then makes everyone turn around. It was like, also, I was like, when they crowded her, I was like, what are you doing? You're each going to take a turn? I don't get it.
It's funny.
It's funny. It was funny.
Quite funny. There wasn't anything untoward happening. It was just the idea.
Yeah.
So I found it funny.
Planted in your head.
Yeah.
Like, what are the possible outcomes of this?
Let's talk about Superman.
Okay.
Actual Superman. We're not talking about Clark Kent. He just looks amazing.
He does.
The suit is amazing, and it works. The flying even works. I mean, it's
to a degree.
To a degree. There's moments where it's like, yeah, you're clearly just in front of a green screen.
Yeah. I think majority of that is when he takes Lois up. Because I don't know how he's keeping her hold up when he's just holding her hand.
Just holding one.
I don't.
It's like
and then she lets go. Yeah. I'm like, what do you expect to happen?
But her body's not dropping when he's holding the hand.
No, but I don't get how.
The whole body drops. It's not like half. It's like it's her body slumping with one hand.
That's the only thing. Like in all Superman films, when he's flying with someone, I don't know how. Like I
can only imagine they're going so fast that she's kind of being
suspended,
lifted up by the wind.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a 70s film.
It's a small price to pay. Don't worry. It was just the whole them holding hands and her letting go.
Yeah.
And then she's falling. And I was like, well, what do you expect?
Superman let her go.
Yeah, I think so as well.
He let her go.
There was some kind of like really weird touch thing going on, and then
just holding by the tip of the fingers. He's just testing it. He's like, I can save you. I'm going to save you. Watch this.
Definitely.
You need me.
You need me. What's good about it is the fact that he's a different character to Clark Kent, because you can be very similar.
Absolutely.
And there is a difference in acting styles and choices between, which I think work extremely well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just love when the first time that Metropolis sees Superman, he's doing all these things like, well, the first thing he does is the helicopter.
Yep.
To save Lois.
Great scene.
Which is a great scene. Great scene. And then oh yeah, when Lois is falling, and then he catches her and he goes, "I've got you." He goes, "Well, who's got you?"
Who's got you? Do you know what? I've known that quote so much in my head, and I've no idea where it came from. Yeah. So I was like, when he said it, I was like, "Great, I know where this is from now. Fantastic."
It's a good little moment. And then he's like cutting off people who've stolen diamonds. He's chasing a car, and then finally a boat. And he just places the boat
outside the police station. Yeah,
it's like who's moving this boat? And you're just going away. You can pick the boat up, take it away.
Just give us the guys, for God's sake.
And then it's all the way down to just saving a cat in a tree.
So I have an issue with this.
Okay.
I don't know.
A cat in the tree?
No. When he saves her, the cat. She goes inside
be a female cat.
And says, "A man flying saved the cat," and the parent goes,
"Yes.
You shouldn't lie," and you hear a smack.
Haven't I told you not to lie? Slap.
And you hear a smack, as in like she just smacked that child.
That's funny.
I was like,
I laughed.
I was like, what?
Haven't I told you not to lie? Slap. Perfect.
I had to literally rewind it because I was like, is that the door closing? No, that's actually someone slapping someone.
That's what I like. I like the sometimes subtle humour in this. It's just it's just good.
Yeah.
There is some great humour in this. It's very, very tongue in cheek most of it, which I think adds so much to the film. And I think that's why I kind of dig Lex Luthor as well, because he is just this kind of silly, goofball character, which I think this film needs.
It works.
Yeah, it works for me.
Because it's not too serious. It's not too...
yeah. It doesn't need to be serious.
No,
though,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a flying man.
Yes. And we also get this during him doing loads of saving. He saves the Air Force One president's plane. And he's just like, he becomes part of the engine.
Yeah.
And the man's like, just don't even look outside.
Look outside. Don't look outside. Don't question.
Yes.
And he just gets a salute.
Yes. It's nice.
Yeah,
I love these little
like
moments. These little moments are cool. We should talk about the ending. So what do you think about the ending? So just for context, we get the whole Krypton necklace.
Yep. Krypton necklace.
It's
Earthquake.
good. I like the Krypton necklace.
Yep.
I'd understand to be drowning. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why he would be drowning. Doesn't he know how to swim? He just becomes really weak, and it makes him sink.
Yeah,
He's
because
so
he's
weak.
unconscious, doesn't he?
Yeah. Either way, I'm fine with it. It's good.
I also don't know how he couldn't just take the necklace off
I know.
himself.
Yeah, because I don't understand the logistics of kryptonite really, because I don't think that he can't touch it, because basically I see it as it brings him back to being human-like.
Yeah. It takes his powers away.
Yeah, but Lex Luthor's picking that rock up.
True.
Why couldn't he just pick the rock up? It's like he'd gone beyond so weak. It's like, I couldn't possibly lift this rock up.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fine. I can dig it. The rockets are launched and there's chaos happening. Superman's got to save everyone. What are we thinking? You liking it?
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just great.
Because also, he only goes after one rocket, doesn't he? The other one actually hits.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that you don't really see often in superhero films. And I just love it. I think it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
I have an issue with him putting the Earth back up.
Yes.
That was really odd.
Yes.
Like, where
just push the
everything
Earth
just
up.
goes back up. Like,
What are you doing underneath?
I was like, where are you going? What are you doing?
Where there's a big hole underground still, surely, if you're pushing the Earth up.
But it's the shot where you saw all the landscape collapse, and then all of a sudden it just rises back up. And I was like, okay, that's not...
It's not how,
believable.
It's not how physics works,
No.
but...
I mean, believable. He flies around the world to go back to time. But I believe that more.
Yeah. And, it's good though, isn't it? Because it's like... I like the kind of idea that the rocket's already launched. And
Yeah.
Superman, he's like, this is your plan? Well, it's not going to work. It's like, it's already happening.
Yeah.
It's already
already
happening
done.
right now. It's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? Because you can't save everyone. And he can't save everyone.
No.
And just this chaos, everything's happening at once. He's throwing fucking rocks into rivers. The model works.
The
cool.
model, you can see that's a model.
But I like it. Still.
No, I get it. And I'm not entirely sure that would have stopped all the
it wouldn't
water.
have. It wouldn't have.
It's funny because when you watch films now from the 70s, 80s, and even like in like horror, which I particularly love, you can tell sets.
Yeah.
Or model sets. And it's funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's really funny to watch. But it doesn't create any disillusion or anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think it just comes across as charming to me.
And I think
it's practical. It's nice.
I think it's practical.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Lois, I think is truly traumatic.
It shocks you.
Being buried alive.
Like, how are you gonna figure this out? If
And,
she's
like,
dead at the end of this.
Yeah.
I don't think people like the next bit a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Superman flies around the world times back time.
He does.
Yeah. Guess what? The Flash can do it.
Exactly.
He can run. If he can run as fast enough to turn back time, Superman can do it.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I don't see a problem with it.
No.
End to a story.
Yeah.
And he's the most powerful being.
Yeah.
Why could he not do that?
Listen, I told you just a minute ago, not a minute ago, quite a while ago now, but Superman 2, he has all these additional powers, which people are fine with. He can clone himself. He can
that's
fucking
not
telekinesis. He can take his S off and throw it onto someone like Klingfilm. Those stuff are
It's
silly,
stupid.
right?
Stupid.
Him flying around the world and turning back time, man, I'm happy with that. He can fly. He can race the Flash, and he's good competition because he can go that fast.
Yeah.
So if the Flash can go back in time, Superman can go back in time.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I have no issue with that whatsoever.
No. And it's nice. It's like I knew it was coming. But for a first time watch, it's actually like, shit, man, Lois Lane's dead.
Yeah.
It adds that kind of stakes. And
the way it happened, like, it's when it's towards the end where you see all that mud and you can see her grasping for air and stuff. And it's like, that's really, like, horrific.
if you go from trying to figure out what colour her knickers were to a traumatic scene like this, it has levels, this film.
It does have levels. And although when he finds her, I think there's some kind of like delay. Like I feel like he's like screaming, but you can't hear it until he properly screams and flies off. But
the sound
like,
comes late.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought it was an issue with the film. And
I think
like,
it's just good acting.
It's just good acting.
The sound could not escape him because he was so shocked, Scott.
Fine. But him flying around the world, I'm fine with.
Yeah, it worked, man. I loved it.
And then he abandons Jimmy and Lois on a random road with no car.
Yes. Well, he done all the saving. He's got shit to do.
Knackered.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
But what I really wanted and was hoping was that something from this would affect Superman 2. And that was, you can't mess with human history.
Yes.
I can tell you right now, nothing comes from it. He can affect human history and it doesn't matter.
Fine.
But I kind of would have liked that if that was like a consequence
Yes.
of him going back in time.
You've saved this woman.
Yeah.
Now here's the consequence for it.
Yeah, here's the consequence. I'd like if they could have done something with that, but just as a kind of standalone, if this just the idea that maybe something, there's going to be a consequence from this, I like it. It all still works for me. And
it's just a great film, and it's just a great starting point to see Christopher Reeve as Superman and Clark Kent.
Absolutely. Well, go on then. Tell everyone what you think.
Tell everyone what I think. I think this film was absolutely fantastic. I had such a great time. It just brought back so many, like, the music, like, seeing him for the first time in his suit and him flying around. It's just so good, and I just enjoyed it so much. And it filled me with joy. Like,
Absolutely.
I can't describe it in any more than that. It was just like,
it does just fill you, doesn't it?
I don't know what it is.
Score.
Yeah.
The score just like, it just fills you with this like exciting energy.
Yeah, completely.
Buzz. Yeah. What's your score?
My score is 9 out of 10.
Baby, I'm with you. 9 out of 10. I absolutely adored it, man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to love it this much.
Same.
And it's almost like from that score kicking in at the beginning, I was like, man, I'm on this journey. I didn't realise I'd be so on board with this film. And it just happened immediately. Seeing from that score to seeing Krypton to seeing his childhood to seeing him embodying Clark Kent and Superman, these dual roles. All the characters were perfect. And before going into the film, I was like, I remember that being a bit silly, that whole turning back time. Fucking worked for me,
I think it works really well.
I fucking adored it.
He's in love with this woman. He's a necessity of two people.
Yeah.
And they're both in love with this woman in different ways.
Yeah.
And of course he's going to do whatever he can. And if he's got the power to do it, do it. That's it. That's it. That's be all end all. That's it. But it just fills me with so like happiness. And I was grinning ear to ear.
Absolutely. Snap. Absolute snap. So happy.
Good.
It almost makes you like, I just want to watch it again.
Yeah. I agree.
Guess what? I bought the steelbook because I was so excited afterwards.
Of course you did. I think you can get them all in like a collection.
You can. I'm not buying any more. I've watched number 2. I gave it a 7. Spoilers for future episodes.
7.
Both cuts. The Donner cut.
Yes, you did watch
and
both
Superman
cuts in
2,
one day.
The theatrical. I watched both in one day. The second time I was ironing, so I didn't have to pay too much attention. And there is a massive difference between the cuts, everyone. But
Paul's multi-talented.
Yeah, but I still give them both a 7. They both have the advantages and disadvantages. But
you love giving a sequel a 7.
Yeah, we would talk about all that one day when we return to all these sequels. But that was Superman.
Where does it place?
It's got a solid 9, everyone.
Solid 9.
And there's only one other film that's got a solid 9.
Oh. And what's that?
And it's the first film of another character official
Batman
first
1989.
film, Batman 1989. So what is it going to be? Is it better or worse, Scott, than Batman 1989?
I love Batman so much,
Yes.
but this brings like a different kind of level of joy and happiness. So I would place this above Batman from 1989.
I kind of feel like I want to as well. Just because it's just brought me so much happiness.
Yeah, joy. It's just
It's like, I know Batman 1989 is good.
yes, there's no disputing that.
Yeah.
At
But it's
all.
like, there was just something else. Like, this brought some energy. I was like, I didn't even know this was this good.
Yeah, same. I agree. So it's going to have
Let's
to be
fucking
placed
do it.
above.
We're going to be the only people in the world who rated Superman higher than Batman 89. But we're fucking doing it, everyone. It's the new third place film of all time.
Yes.
So, the Batman is just above it.
Fine.
You don't agree with that, do you?
No.
I agree with it.
I know you do.
Yeah. So it's third place, yeah. The Batman just above it in second place. And now, Batman 89 in fourth place.
Fabulous.
That is wonderful.
That is wonderful.
I can't believe it's got that high.
Well, I honestly didn't expect to love it so much.
No.
So.
No. Let's just check Letterboxd a second. I
But
just
I
want
can
to see
al-
which is higher. I think Batman 89 is going to be higher in
I think
general,
so.
isn't it? It is.
But I feel like even thinking back to it now, it makes me smile, and I it just like brings a different level. Oh no, Paul's pulling a face.
Guess
people.
what?
Superman's higher.
Superman's higher than Batman.
What's Superman?
3.7 and Batman 89 is 3.6.
Interesting.
We're with the fucking majority. We didn't even realise.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
Hmm.
Man. Love it.
Yeah, me too.
This film has a new place in my heart.
Good.
And
I'm glad. This is why we're doing this.
this is why we're doing this podcast, everyone. That is the second film in the Superman Lives and Dies season.
What's next?
Next, we're going to something that's exciting Scott right now. His body's doing some weird things. It is vibrating, just like Superman does and Flash does through objects, I think. That's what he's doing right now, if you can imagine it. We're watching Superman Returns, the theoretical fifth film in the Christopher Reeve.
Indeed.
He is embodying Christopher Reeve in this film. I've seen this once a very long time ago. I can't remember it.
I love this film.
Well, don't spoil it.
No. I mean, I could not.
I wonder if you love it more than this film. Who knows?
don't know.
We have to check. But exciting stuff. I'm excited to see this film. I'm going to watch
Okay.
Superman 3 and 4 before we tackle Superman Returns, just to have every context.
Of course.
Even though I know 3 and 4 are going to be absolute dog shit. But we can see.
Piss poor.
Yes. But that was that episode. Superman 1978. Yes. That was going to come out of my mouth, but I thought, let me just check just in case. Wonderful. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening, guys.
That was great.
Bye.
Bye.